Contestant number 8, Adeline Ng. Be bigger. Be bigger, Adeline Ng.
Imagine you are hiking in a forest with someone. Suddenly, you meet a bear. What would you do? Would you try to outrun your friend? What if that friend was your mother? Contest chair, fellow daughters and sons. I was 18 years old, hiking in Canada with my mother. Now, we are not really a hiking kind of family, and the closest I'd ever come to a bear was in Goldilocks and the Three Bears. But that day, deep in the forest, we met a real-life, big, black bear. Too late, I recalled the warning by the forest ranger. Hey, folks, mind the bears. They're coming out of hibernation and they are hungry. I hear their favorite food is Asian, especially sweet and sweeter. Canadian forest rangers are so funny. Canadian black bears, not so funny. I grabbed my mother's arm. Ma, what do we do now? My mother looked around. It's okay, don't panic, girl. There's a big rock over there. We can hide behind it. We tiptoed to the safety of the rock. Ma, what if we just stay here and wait until someone comes? No one is coming, girl. This is a forest, not a disco. Then, Ma, what if we turn around and go back the way we came? Girl, we have come too far to go back. The only way is to keep going forward. Keep going forward meant past the bear, past my fear. Ma, this is all your fault. You are the one who wanted to come hiking. You are the one who didn't listen to the warning. So you are the one who needs to get us out of this forest. My mother kept quiet. I kept quiet. The bear didn't keep quiet, reminding us it was still there. Have you ever tried to avoid your fear by hiding behind something, running the other way, blaming someone else? The fear is still there. A shadow fell over us. The sun was setting. My mother looked at me. Girl, we have no choice. We have to start walking. And if the bear approaches us, I want you to run as fast as you can. Don't worry about me. Just look after yourself. Run. Promise me. I love you, girl. I love you, Ma. We started walking. The bear looked at us, surprised. Then it stood up and slowly started coming closer, closer, closer. Now, girl, run! My mother ordered. I turned to run, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw that she was still standing there, standing between the bear and me. She was smaller than the bear, but so much bigger than her fear. And I learned what I had to do. When the bear was this close to us, I stood up tall, raised my hands up high, and roar! The bear looked at me. I looked at it. Roar! Roar! In that moment, I didn't listen to my mother. I was, after all, a teenager. Instead, I remember what the forest ranger said. Be bigger than the bear. You see, Bears don't know how big they really are. And if I can appear bigger than it, louder than it, crazier than it, then it becomes scared of me. The bear stopped in its tracks, fell down on all fours, looked and walked away. It was afraid of crazy, loud Asian. That day in the forest, I learned that I can overcome any fear if I believe that I am bigger than my fear. You see, fear is like the bear. Fear is only as big as we allow it to be. And if we believe that we are bigger, then fear becomes smaller and powerless. Even if that fear is bigger than Papa Bear, scarier than Mama Bear, you know what? It can be just baby bear the moment we believe. Friends, in your life, can you think of a time when you were bigger than your fear? What impossible things now became possible? Maybe you could protect those who needed you. Maybe you could prove to those who doubted you. Maybe you could propel past those who limited you. When I became bigger than my fear, I could protect my loved ones with courage. I could prove to people I can manage. And I could propel myself all the way to this stage. So the next time you meet your fear, whether in the forest, the corporate jungle, or the safari of life, just believe. And then feel yourself get bigger, see yourself get bigger, hear yourself roar. And then you will be bigger. Over to you, contest chair.